Schickfox, it's a loss, 3250. Recorded in your favorite resolution. Well, thank you. He said GG before he left his last game. Okay. He's playing Junkrat. Okay. Okay, shooting down that choke point. That's a good thing to shoot down. Also, this is a 10-minute review, so it may be very difficult to get something out of this because it may just be a roll and then a full hold. So careful, you're right here, like you see how you have brief seconds not behind the shield? That will get you killed at higher ranks. Okay, so they came in there. Don't worry about what's on point. That's not your job. Your job is to worry about what's coming through this choke point. You retrap. Good, good, good. Yeah, tire it. Good. Oh, yep, shoot. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Winston's still behind you guys. Okay, the Winston is still behind you guys, killing you, kicking your asses. So, my first piece of advice right now is you are really up on that choke point. You suffer no fall-off damage, you don't have to be right up on that choke point. You can fall back a little bit, make it a little bit safer for you, still output the same amount of damage. Maybe a little bit less accurate, but you're shooting into a choke point, so the system's kind of helping you. Yeah, that was a bit of a greedy tire. That was a bit of a greedy play. Worry about the choke point. Oh, your concussive usage, you're detonating them about a second and a half too early. That's a fine kill. Okay. This kind of sucks because this isn't a really good thing to get information of someone's ability to play. Okay. Just because when everyone's scrambling towards the point... Alright, good. Stay mobile. Yep. Retrap. That's like the fourth ult that guy's had. Okay. You're just trapping that side. Okay, that works. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Careful on the right side. Left side is safer from snipers. Right side is more dangerous. But left side they can go right above cover and get to you. So they can kind of get to you safer, but the long range option's gone. Oh, and he died. Okay. Don't focus the Pharah. Try to get damage done. At least that trap was a bit greedier. It was on point. What's the cue for VODs? There's one more after this. We'll probably end the day at that. Just because I want to try to get some sleep tonight. But with the season ending coming up, we may have another review day to kind of catch up on stuff, and we'll take it from there. But there's 2 high priority reviews in queue right now, and that's it. After the one after this.
My genius is finally recognized.
Sticks with a tier 2 3-month resub. So give him hell. Well, thank you, sir. I'm not playing technically, but I'll try to give him hell. I mean, I give the reviewer hell. You piece of shit. Land those shots. I can be like every other coach in Overwatch. Land those shots. Be more accurate. Don't let the guy shoot you. Oh, I'm so good at doing this. Actually, I think that's like 99.9% of other reviewers and coaches in Overwatch. I have yet to see a good coach or a good analyst. Alright. Now the Pharah's on the ground. Yes! She's up there! Oh, that Pharah. The juicy, juicy Pharah. Oh, you killed her. Remember, Tyre doesn't die? Okay. I'll say, remember, Tyre doesn't die to Dragon. Neither does Sim turrets or Torb turrets. Essentially, for damage purposes, Tyre is treated as a building when we talk about Hanzo ult. Have you seen Jane or Jane? I haven't really. I've seen a couple clips of them, but that's about it.
Into the iris.
30 seconds remaining.
Alright. Alright. Watch out for that Hanzo. Oh! Mini Diva. Alright, good. Your Diva's going after the Pharah.
10 seconds.
Get in there! Ah, I like that. Good. Bank shots. Alright, and you defend. Good old Anubis point 2. So I think overall, I think it was a good defense. It was a lot of chaotic stuff going on, but you know, you got it done. Accuracy can always be improved. Your tactics, though, you always defended right side. Left side ain't half bad either. Like I said, right side is dangerous when they have snipers because I know it seems enclosed, but a lot of the angles they get on top of everything, and especially on the little archway on the left side of the map, it gives them a lot of clear shots on the right flank, actually. It's the cross shot that's really dangerous. Also, if you hold the left side, you have underneath the bridge to do a lot of sneaky shit with. Where are we watching this?
I'm ready to
What? Okay, here we go.
Attack commencing. Let's get capture objective A.
Okay. Get some damage where they're defending, and then move through. Always be wary of that little area above you right there. You didn't even look to your right. She's gonna be down here with you.
My genius is finally recognized.
Alright, so you have some undercover Junkrat work to do now.
Much better.
I would actually hide... Oh, don't even take these shots. Yep. So you want to save for 2. And... Oh, she's up there again. She landed to your left. So, when fighting someone behind walls, you've got to use your ears. And if you're trying to do sneaky stuff, again, be sneaky. Save, wait for those 2 mines. Hell, sometimes throw a mine down and save 2 so you can jump up there and you have 2 concussives to get the job done. Your job was to kill that Widow, and, like, that was your job. Remember, do whatever it takes to make that job as highly successful as possible. Retrap. Yeah, so you kind of got, you did some sneaky stuff, but you gave up on it. Lazy old bear. Thank you, Mr. Bear.
Rally to my position.
Subs.
Taking the objective.
Is this? Oh, it's a 20-minute one. Okay, sorry. 10-minute review is next one.
A captured. Commence attack on objective B.
No one can hide from us.
As always, one of the... Oh. Fucking good old Hanzo ult.
Fire at will.
So, okay, so... Let's go back to this. So when I was saying the right side is really risky, this is exactly what I mean. The Widow or Hanzo can easily hold this area, and it actually shuts this entire side down. They do have some, like, they can hit you from about here to here, but as soon as you get close to the wall, you have access all the way down here. Yeah. And more importantly, you can get up on this little ledge and attack them directly. When you're back here, this is a very long flank. It's very safe, but it's very long, and you kind of lose a lot of information, and you lose sight, and you lose time when doing it. But if you do meet someone in there, it is an enclosed area, you do have a pretty good advantage. But this is what I like, because you can go up here, and with Concussive Mine, you can go this way, you can go this way, go that way. You can kind of go everything here, and you have the health pack, which is super important. But yes, so that's what I meant by snipers can shut down that side.
Stop me if you've heard this one before.
Okay, one pick, I would ult here.
This will protect us.
And I would get another pick, so you have a... Okay. Is this a win? Oh, that lovely, lovely health pack. They're going to defend that. Alright, it wasn't bad. So, essentially when you get a pick on a 2 CP map, I will usually immediately tire or wait a couple seconds and then tire. For 1, if the Mercy's trying to res, I get a Mercy kill. 2, if they don't try to res them, I get another pick, and then it's a 6v4. And that gives your team a very good chance to win. Essentially, you need to topple, on a 2 CP map, you need to topple the scales, so even when they do start staggering out, they can't stabilize. Those are a decent angle, actually. But your Mercy's now... Okay, she made it alive. But you didn't.
You won't get rid of me that easy.
I'm taking the point.
This better be a loss. If this is a win...
Fire in the hole!
Okay, I approve of this. Sometimes you have to make the guess. Okay, you get the Zarya.
You'll like this one.
That's fine. I mean, you could have went for a support, but you have to make a choice back there. Is it better if I get the point and help my team out, or is it better if I get there quicker and just get a kill with my tire? Yep, nothing you can do about that. Next push. I know people think the game should be constant combat, but it really just happens in waves. Tracer's on your right side, watch your flank. Trap right here at a cross section. Up, your Tracer's on your supports. Watch behind you. Okay, your Winston got him. Gotta be aware of that stuff. Tracer got res. She's behind you still. Okay, good. And she got you. I told you that Tracer's on the right flank. They grab Dragon was bad. On a 2CP map, if you grab Dragon and you kill 2 or 3 people, you win the point. Or you defend the point. Remember, if you're trading on a 2CP map, defense wins. You have to engage them after they use ults? Yeah, but if they don't use ults, then you're stuck using yours.
60 seconds remaining.
The thing is, you always want the most. Like, that's the problem with a lot of people. And I think that's a lot of problem with this generation, is they're trying to min-max too much instead of just getting shit done. Yes, you could have had the enemy commit some ults, and then you use it. But if they commit their ults better than you commit your ults, then you die and lose the point, end the game. Alright, you got a pick, got an important pick. Mercy's gonna res him though, so you got pushing fast.
Seconds remaining.
Trap? Good. I mean, I think you did most everything you could have. Wow, that's a loss. Okay. So, I think you did everything you could have, but won. But let's just say accuracy was alright. Wasn't bad. Position, remember, no fall off. So when you're defending point 1 and you're really up in everyone's face, yes, you're more accurate, but it's more risk. And the thing is, you don't need to be more accurate because they're all going through a very tiny choke point, which is really easy for you to hit on. So back up, let the choke point give you your accuracy increase, and then, you know, abuse the fact that you have no fall off. Positioning. I'm trying to think on defense. Oh, we talked about the difference between left and right flanks, L/R flanks, and what differences between them. While this did cover Anubis, I think most points in general work this way. Like, one way's closed, one way's open, one way snipers have the advantage, the other way you don't. Stuff like that. So just take that concept and apply it to most maps. I think that's true across the board. Yeah, I'd have to really look into it. Other positioning. When attacking, now this is specifically for Anubis. Siege more. But this applies, depends how your team attacks. Like, I'll get a lot of attacks, or a lot of picks on Anubis point 2 because I just know the tricky angles. I know where to shoot and how to siege from far away. Also, remember whenever you're sieging, watch flanks. Tracers and Hanzos and Genjis will be common when a team is sieging. Oh, and Doomfists. When a team is sieging, they will try to flank and get a kill. Especially on 2CP, because if they reach out, they overextend, and they die, they respawn, and they're pretty much back on the point when you're on the point with them. So it's not a big deal. Point more. So the fight was on the point when you're on defense, and you kept on trapping the right side. It doesn't help anyone. They're just running straight on the point. Get a trap, get some damage out, try to make something happen. Don't worry about your flanks. At that point in time, it's crazy. All the shit's happening, but it's all happening on point, so that's where you want the trap. Logistics on offense. Trap flank. This is funny. I said don't trap the flanks. I guess this happens with position. Trap flanks. Trap flanks on offense on 2CPs. Especially when they have a tracer. They're going to do that. Yeah, on offense, on 2CP, trap the flanks because they're going to aggress onto you. And they're going to try to rotate on your rotation, so you have to defend that void that you create when you move. Information-wise, learn your bank shots. Bank shots and ricochets, and tricky angles. Essentially, what I mean by a tricky shot is like it will bounce a couple times and it just stays in a very high traffic area and it has a high chance of hitting someone. Also, if it comes from behind someone, they're highly less likely to dodge it if they're getting shot from like if something ricochets off the back wall and hits them from behind, they will almost never try to dodge that. When something goes behind, like once it goes past their point of view, people forget about it. What is siege? When attacking a castle. So when you're sitting there and there's the defense lines and you don't really want to push there and they're just sitting there on the point and teams are in a stalemate, siege them. Attack the back lines from your own back lines, which is Junkrat's specialty. This is a diamond game, that is correct. That's really all I got with this guy. And the trick is also when sneaking, this is the second review in a row. Sneak! That first flank on the first push, you got behind the Widow, and it seemed like you were a rush, and you never had a concussive mind to fight the Widow with, and you kept on shooting at the Widow from really far away when she's a hit scan, you're not going to hit her. And you just gave up your position, you gave up anything, and then you tried to attack her head on, and you just kept on losing. She kept on dodging. That's going to happen. Yeah, so when sneaky, if you're going to be sneaking and you're going to be back there, throw a concussive mine down, wait the 8 seconds, get full health, get a full clip, get all your ammo, then go up and shoot her. Make it, you need to get, you've committed so much time to the flank that you need to get up there and get the kill, else the whole flank is not worth it. Like, you have to understand, you're so deep in, you're so invested, you have to make that investment the highest chance of success possible. Don't go in with this high investment and then try to cut it short just because you want to bail out at that point in time with bad resources, because you've already invested too much time. You gotta make it better. There's one thing I want this guy to work on. It's what do we want to work on? I got a good idea, but I don't know how to say it. It's essentially when these lines. The best I can say it, it comes like from the fighting game community, is just get better at your neutral game. Basically, when these two teams are tied and they're both doing nothing, and you're in this siege type neutral mode, how to make it's problematic, because what I'm saying here is how to make something out of nothing. You have to learn how to create openings, which is just Overwatch in general when there's a stalemate. It's essentially attacking in general. It's like, once you learn how to make an opening, you can attack real well. Defense is more about making the enemy attack and for them to have an opening and you attack that. But there's no good way to describe that right now. It's actually a really advanced concept. And it goes down to a very fundamental concept in fighting, which is attacking cannot be perfect. You can never attack and never reveal weakness. All attacking, it has a weakness. That's just inherent of it. Defense can be perfect, but you lack the ability to attack people. So it's this give and take. You need a little bit of both, to be honest. And that's a very hard concept to get going. It's actually a very advanced concept. Man. Yeah. Jesus. What can I say? What can I easily work on? I guess with this fall off, we can start here. With this fall off deal, is essentially understanding Junkrat's long game. I think that's what he actually needs to work on, because it would have helped him on defense, and it would have helped him on offense. So start learning your shots, start learning your bank shots, and that's actually the information level, which we should have looked at, because I put this at the bottom. Let's bust out the Anubis map for just a split second. So when I say tricky shots, what I mean is this. This is probably my favorite shot, and it gets a lot of kills. It goes from here to here. Ricochet, ricochet. This is probably like, I know everyone calls it spam, but I'm like, this is the Chro angle. This is such a good fucking angle. You will get so many picks from this single shot. It's actually quite remarkable. If people are right here, you can actually get a bank shot on this pillar and get it right there. That's a good one. The other good one is if you're on this, or if you're on the ground. If you can get between these two pillars. I believe it goes something like this. Yeah, these cross angles that get people from behind are really, really good. But this first one is like my specialty. I know when you guys watch me, you're like, oh, he's just shooting around. How's he getting these kills? It's like, no. These shots are definitely planned. This first one is my favorite. Yeah, and this is attacking from behind. Someone asked, Schickfox, how should you work on that advanced concept? The problem is the advanced concept, like when trying to make something out of nothing, it takes a lot of, I just say yin and yang, and I know that sounds super fucking ridiculous. But like you have to be aggressive enough to try to start something, but then be defensive in nature so you can just essentially it's like a bait. And this is why a lot of people say like my game sense sucks and I do some crazy shit. Is that I'm usually a little bit greedy, but I'm not crazy greedy unless I'm crazy greedy. But I'm greedy enough to the point where someone wants to attack me, and then I'm defending. I'm aggressively defending is what I do. And that's basically a blur of offense and defense. And by aggressively defending, like, I'm still defending, and I'm still taking the advantage of Junkrat. I'm making people come to me, but I'm attacking, essentially. It's essentially it's an advanced type of bait where they're just like, oh, I want to kill that guy, and they come for me. That's why you see, like, and honestly, this is why I've probably been so good for, the first 10 seasons, maybe the first 9 seasons. Season 10 is really tough for me, is that I essentially outskilled people on the flanks. They're like, oh, fuck, fuck this guy. He's Chro. He's Junkrat. He only does that one thing. He can't be that good. And then I'll take the fight there. I'll take one pick, and then maybe I'll get a second pick, and then my team just wins. Essentially, they see me as a weakness, so they attack me, and then I'm defending them. But even though I'm attacking. That's the type of stuff that I do. Also, this is how Wing Chun fights. So, yeah. That's where I get that essentially inherent concept from. But yeah. So those are the good angles. And let's hurry up and get this last review done. I'm getting a little bit